Shalom, this is Levi Shore. Welcome back to Sweet Good Torah. We're continuing with the Rambam's 13 principles, and this is the fourth principle, that Hashem is the first and Hashem is the last, that Hashem created time. All right, so let's get right into it with the fourth Ani Ma'amim. So Ani Ma'amim B'Emunah Shlema, and as we said before, I think the best way to define this is that I know perfectly. I know because I investigated it. I read, I learned what the Torah said, and then I looked and studied the world and analyzed if the world was like that the Torah was describing. So it says, Shahabore Yisbarach Shemo, that the Creator, blessed is His name, Hu Rishon, Hu Achron. So that sounds pretty simple, that He is the first and He is the last. And as we described before, we look into the song, the Yigdal, for more explanation. It says, Kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra, that he is first, he is before all the things which were created. So Rishon ve'ein reishis l'reishiso, that he is the first, and there is nothing before his his firstness. I don't know, like there's nothing comes before him. He is the absolute first. So it's interesting. From Western science, science finally came onto this idea of the Big Bang, that the universe, in fact, was created. And this was different from what Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, said thousands of years ago, that the universe has always existed. So modern Western science had a dramatic shift when it came onto the theory of the Big Bang. But what this Ani Ma'amim is saying, I think, is something completely different. Because when you picture the Big Bang, you picture just nothingness, and then all of a sudden there's this bang and there's creation. But that may be from our perspective. But what the Torah says, what Hashem's letting us know, is that Hashem always existed. So Hashem is there, and then out of nothingness, Hashem creates the universe. So in essence, this is showing that Hashem is outside of time, and that Hashem is there before the creation of the universe, and then, whenever it will be, if there's ever the end to the universe, like Hashem will still be there. So let me read you something else the Rambam wrote in his book, Morech Nevuchim, the Guide for the Perplexed, and let's see what he says. So he says, everything was created by Hashem out of absolute nothingness. In the beginning, Hashem alone existed. There was nothing else. He then created everything that exists from absolute nothingness. It all followed His will and desire. And every time, and even time itself, is among the things created by Hashem. So time depends upon motion. And in order for motion to exist, we must have things that move. So, and all the things were created by Hashem. So it's a very deep concept, but it's also very simple, that Hashem the first, He's the last, he's outside of time, and He created time. I don't know, I guess there's more I could bring to it, but I just want to keep it as a simple concept, and then maybe you can think about and meditate on the deepness of it. Okay, all the best, and hope to see you again soon.